What's up, guys? Welcome to the VeVe Vault. It's Sunday, and recently was able to ask one of the top guys at Ecomi a few questions on Discord, and I was able to get some information, so I thought I'd make a quick video and let you guys know what I found out. Before we get to that, though, let's talk about the 2D drop on Thursday. It actually went really smoothly. The app was running great, and everybody had a chance to get what they wanted, although everything sold out super fast, so not everybody got what they wanted. There was a few issues before the drop started, like the timer was broken, and it was saying that there was 12 hours before the drop started when there was actually only 1 or 2. And if you had went into the Discord and asked around, you could see that the admins were in there letting people know that there wasn't a delay, it was just a glitch that they were working on. But I did see a couple people say that they went back to bed or didn't open their app during the drop because they thought it was delayed, so they were upset about that. Also, before the drop, you may have heard that some people somehow were able to purchase some of the posters before the drop even started. And I was able to find a little bit of information about that, where this guy here had said that just clicked to check if it was 12 hours for me too, got in and was able to buy number 42 rare and number 43 uncommon, and then it turned back to coming soon. He asked Rice about this. Rice is one of the main guys there at VeVe, and Rice responded, "Yep, looks like you got lucky, my friend. The devs are sorting out the timer issue, and I think you managed to hit the buy button in the 2 seconds that they were doing something. Please keep it to yourself for now, as it will only cause issues in the group that I'll have to deal with. Congratulations." So obviously this guy didn't keep it to himself, because this got passed around a little bit and people were pretty upset about that. But it is the beginning of the app. It is growing fast, and they're trying to work out all the bugs, and things like this happen. And surprisingly, whoever was able to purchase those posters, those low serial number posters before the drop started, are going to be able to keep them. So all you can say to them is congratulations. During Thursday's drop, personally, I decided to skip the rares and go straight for the Scotty Young Uncommon 2D cover posters, because a lot of people said that Scotty was the most popular of the artists that were featured in Thursday's drop, and that a lot of people were wanting that particular poster, so I decided to go for those, and I was able to get 2, including one of the lower mints, 147, and decided not to purchase any of the commons. I did, however, get my Secret Rare delivered to me, the one we got for not receiving pending orders during the last Ultraman drop, and there's been a lot of discussion about how much that's worth. Since the market's not open right now, nobody really knows how much it's worth. You can go by eBay prices, which are around 800 to 1,000. So I decided to put mine up for 850, and a guy that is very active in the community I've known for a while was looking for one, and he offered me 100,000 Omi tokens, which was about $700 at the time, and 3 of the common 2D Ultraman posters. So I decided to go ahead and go with that deal. I think it was a pretty good deal for what it's going to end up being worth right out of the gate. I think it's going to go down to about $500, $400, but then again, you never know what's going to happen in the future. It could go up to as high as 5,000 or 10,000. So I may or may not regret it, but I am happy to add to my Omi bag. It puts me up to 500,000 Omi tokens, so I'm halfway to my goal. So that's why I decided to take that deal. On Friday, the official VeVe Twitter put out a tweet announcing their new partnership with Rogers and Cohen PMK, which is one of the biggest PR agencies in America, and this is some pretty big news. I was in the Discord at the time, and people were asking around, I wonder if this is the huge announcement that VeVe has been teasing for a long time, and surprisingly, one of the main guys at Ecomi, Dave Younts, popped into the Discord and answered one of them saying, no, they're just helping us with the big announcement. So as you can see here, Dave Younts is one of the consultants for Ecomi, one of the big guys at VeVe. So we had him in our Discord, and we were kind of not expecting him to be answering questions, but when he started to interact with us, we decided we would start asking some stuff. So he noticed that somebody was asking about the new partnership with Rogers and Cohen, and he said to check their website and who they represent to find out more about them. He also mentioned that they're building this to be a long-term mainstream entertainment and collectibles business, so they're only selecting the top partners, and Forbes has this company listed as one of the top 10 most powerful firms in the entire world. So this is really big news, and it shows that a lot of big stuff is coming for VeVe in the future. Chef Dizzy was in the Discord too at the time. I don't know if you've seen his YouTube channel yet. He has a pretty cool YouTube channel. I'll link it down below. He asked, does the announcement of the new partnership with the PR firm imply that VeVe is going to start actively advertising? And to that, Mr. Younts replied, "That's a good question," which kind of sounds like a big yes to us. He also added that growth to this point has been 99% organic, and they've done very little ad spending, in part because they're still in beta and they want to work out all the kinks before they welcome millions of collectors who aren't the early adopters and might not be as forgiving about bugs and glitches in the product. So that's also exciting news because they have big plans for the future, and they expect millions and millions of new users to be coming to the platform. Also during the conversation, somebody asked Dave, if you don't mind me asking, what are you expecting the growth after this announcement? Is this something that's going to lead to exponential growth? And Mr. Younts replied, "These guys should help us out in a variety of ways. Brand building is critical for them long term, and they want every brand out there to see VeVe as the gold standard and to come to them first when they want to explore the market of NFTs. So if there's a big brand out there who wants to start making NFTs, they want them to know that VeVe is the top dog in the industry and to come to them first." Since we had Dave in there conversating with us, I thought I'd try to ask some of the big questions and see if we can get some answers. And one of them I asked was about the huge announcement. I put that you guys did say it would be in April, and at the time it was April 30th, so I mentioned that you're running out of time. And he replied to me saying that sometimes things are beyond your immediate control. Partners often decide timelines, and they're bigger than us. So the partners are bigger than this startup VeVe company that's just starting to grow in the last few months. So sometimes, the partnerships get to decide when the product comes out. I also asked him about the Marvel license. Do you guys have the Marvel license? Of course, he said since they haven't publicly announced the license, then he can't comment on it. I also asked what NFTs are dropping next week. And to that he replied, "We'll let you know on Monday." So that's pretty exciting. We know for sure there's going to be a drop next week, and that on Monday they're going to announce what the drop is. I'm expecting Jurassic Park or possibly Star Trek on Thursday. That's Thursday's drop. Also during the Discord chat, we started to get into some of this stuff about the VeVe verse. One of the people, Lone Walker, asked Mr. Younts about the Unity expert that they hired, and if that means that they're going to be able to take the NFTs off app or to interactive worlds. And to that, Dave replied, "To transfer an NFT into another ecosystem like a game or another metaverse, that ecosystem must be able to support it. This means reading the code, referencing the files, and then being able to render the same experience in their user interface." So whenever I heard that, it made me think that they were talking about maybe OpenSea or something. So I mentioned the Rizzo Batman would sell for a ton on OpenSea, and he saw that and said, "OpenSea isn't quite the same. They don't have the gamification or the augmented reality, so it's just an NFT changing hands, but you can't enjoy the utility of it." So that led me to ask the next question. I asked him, I said, "I keep hearing about the VeVe verse and contemplate buying land in places where it might exist, like Earth 2 or Defunct Land. Is VeVeVerse going to be its own thing with purchasable land, or is it going to exist on or merge with another platform?" And he saw that and he said it's too early to speak on this. Dan is the best for that kind of question. So we still don't know, and I'm afraid to invest into a different platform's land and start buying land up if we don't know that's where the VeVeVerse is going to exist. We were also asking about how the mints are sold and selected, how you get the low serial numbers, for example. And he mentioned that they are reserved in order. If I reserve number 100 but don't complete it, then someone else gets number 100, even if the last person got 4,000. So the reservations are made in order. So if you're going to 101, 102, and you reserve 103, and it's in your reservation, that's your 103, but you don't complete that reservation, then it's going to go back into the queue, and it'll be the next one sold, even if other ones were sold up to that point while it was reserved by you. He also mentioned that he wants people to be able to create their own narratives and stories and make a living on YouTube entertaining others with their VeVe-based videos. That's like making characters and stories out of the characters, maybe the adventures of Batman and Harley Quinn. That's pretty interesting. Exorcist asked him, "Will we be able to upgrade and alter our current collectibles in the future?" which is something that's been mentioned before. And he replied, "Altering a collectible could take many forms, speaking in regards to NFTs in general, not just VeVe ones. You can combine two FTs to unlock capabilities within apps that support it." That's pretty cool. Imagine alternate colorways or adding a sword to your favorite character. Long term, there may be able to all sorts of ways to personalize things with limitations, of course, that the brands can set on it. So there's lots of things that they have in mind, ways to add to your NFT, ways to combine NFTs to unlock new features. Some pretty interesting stuff. Another thing mentioned during that conversation was about how the platform is currently for 13 years and older, and Mr. Younts said that they could potentially launch an under 13 platform with no feed and limit some of the collectibles in it, similar to YouTube Kids versus YouTube regular app. And I thought this was interesting because if they're talking to Disney and trying to get Disney on board, you can expect that would be a lot of content for 13 and younger. So that might be a hint of Disney to come. Who knows? So these are the questions. These are the information we got from Dave while he was in the Discord. It was pretty interesting to see him in there, and it was nice to be able to have him answer some of our questions. So I thought I'd share that information with you guys because I thought it was pretty valuable. So I hope everybody has a great week and a great drop this week. Take it easy, and we'll see you next time. What's up? If you didn't see it in the end of my last video, I'm doing a secret giveaway to celebrate 100 subscribers. So I'm giving away a $100 NFT, the Ecomi Ultraman. All you have to do to enter is put your VeVe username down below. If you already entered in the last video, then you can't enter twice, and I have a list already of everybody that's entered. So on Wednesday, May 5th, I'm going to put all those names into one of those random websites, do it all on camera, of course, and find out who wins and send the NFT on camera as well, and then I'll put that video out and let you guys know. So thanks for watching. See ya.